WWPH.
Your community, your world, your radio station. 107.9 FM. WWPH in Princeton Junction. The Flash.
Good afternoon, this is Lucas with the 107.9 FM School and Community Flash for Wednesday, January 17th, 2024. A session for the West Windsor Plainsboro High School North Disney trip is next week. The mandatory parent meeting will be this Monday from 7 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. in the school's auditorium. The West Windsor Department of Public Works will be using a different schedule. There will be no collection of yard debris in any zone until March. A film watching will be held at the Mercer County Library West Windsor branch today. The playing of Thelma and Louise will be from 2 p.m. till 4:15 p.m. A sustainable artist is holding a meet and greet this week. Liz Cutler will be at One Preservation Place on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. in Princeton to speak about her art. Amateur bakers have the chance to perfect their passion at the Plainsboro Recreation Center. There will be a tiramisu workshop on January 24th from 5 p.m. till 7 p.m. For your other stories today, Workforce Wednesday meets today to help Middlesex residents with professional networking. The Mercer County Disabilities Advisory Council is meeting 3 p.m. till 4:30 p.m. today. The Plainsboro Planning Board is meeting today from 6 p.m. till 7 p.m. For your current weather today, right now it is 31 degrees. It is snowing, and this week it will be in the 20s and low 30s with a cold front with more snow predicted for Friday. This has been Lucas with your 107.9 FM School and Community Flash for Wednesday, January 17th, 2024.
I listened to 107.9.
Really? I thought it was all the kryptonite.
Nah, you wrong.
Alright, and we are back on the Divine 107.9 with Lights On. Podcast Monday here with Eliana,
Dila, and Ishika.
And we have some really great preps for you today. Lots of fun talks, even in the shortened period that we have. But yeah, we're doing a lot. We're trying to honor Martin Luther King Day, which was Monday. And originally our show was going to be Tuesday, but we had a snow day, so now it is postponed to today. But, we still want to talk about all that. And, in recent news, there was also the Camden, they're renovating the home that Martin Luther King lived in when he was a seminary student, when he was going to Pennsylvania, but he lived in Camden, New Jersey. So they're renovating that house into a museum, and we'll have more talking about that later. So lots of fun to be had, and we'll be right back on the Divine 107.9. Keep tuning in.
I had so much homework last night, I completely forgot to do my current events packet.
Have no fear, 107.9 can help.
How could a radio station possibly help me with my homework?
107.9 FM has current news reports every single day. Listen in and you'll find all the news you need to get your work done. You'll always have a friend on the Great 108.
You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend.
107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
And we are back on the Divine 107.9. Today we have a really interesting talk about the summer program fair. We're going to talk a little bit about how juniors can take this opportunity and really make the most of it. Because the summer program fair, which will be happening this Thursday at TCNJ, includes different opportunities such as traveling abroad, on-campus pre-college programs, STEM camps, which obviously for our WWP schools, STEM camps are a big thing, and overall just travel, being able to find different ways to study or just learn from different cultures. And additionally, there will be different parts that will help students' resumes, such as language immersion, art profiles, testing skills, and different ways to develop community service hours. So all of these things are really great opportunities.
Exactly, and there's a lot of variety that comes with this. There's local SAT test prep, ways to travel and learn abroad in places like Thailand, Costa Rica, and Ecuador, and there are also lesson opportunities as well, such as partnering with community-led initiatives like local gardens. And a variety of study-based programs are also there from renowned colleges such as Tufts University, Columbia University, and NYU.
Absolutely. I think this is a really great opportunity. And again, this fair will be held this Thursday from 4:30 to 7 o'clock p.m. at TC&J Recreation Center. It is free, but you have got to register, so make sure you go to www.summerprogramfair.com. Again, that is www, all lowercase, summerprogramfair.com. For more information and to register, so definitely check it out. And if you aren't available to check it out, they have all the different programs that will be there on their website, so definitely go take a look at that. We'll be right back on the Great 108.
West Windsor Plainsboro High School South students are known for many things. They are star athletes, outstanding musicians, and standout students. But a study of high school South students found that over half of the student body has participated in the consumption of illegal alcohol and or marijuana. Illegal substance abuse can lead to school suspensions, jail time, and even death. So why do it? A night of being high or drunk is not worth those consequences. Don't be another statistic. Be responsible. This has been a message brought to you by 107.9 FM WWPH at Princeton Junction.
Something I wanted to talk about today is just about how to be happier in 2024. This is something I'm always trying to focus on, improving your lifestyle, improving how you can live, basically. And I think that there are some great ways to do this that we're going to talk about right now. So first off is buying yourself treats. I'm a little bit biased to this one because I do love myself a good matcha or a coffee or anything.
Same.
But, I feel like a lot of people see this as a waste. I used to see this as a waste when I would buy things. I'd be like, oh, I didn't need that, Dunkin' or whatever in the morning. And of course, I didn't, and I still don't if I'd buy it. But there's something nice about it if you buy yourself flowers. If you earn that money and you can spend it any way you like, as long as, you're covering all the bills and everything else you need.
No, exactly. I feel like this one is just a really nice small way to make yourself happier. And something else you can do, this one's also really easy. You can call instead of text. I feel like I'm an advocate for this one. So texting is great for a quick conversation or communicating when you can't talk. But I feel like physically talking has a lot more benefits, such as it allows people to read tone better and helps people to communicate, as well as supporting that physical connection between people than just words on the screen.
I also feel like going to sleep earlier is a better way to make yourself feel happier. Sleep is heavily connected with overall health, and of course it's gonna make the healthier you are, the happier you are. So just try to go to bed a little bit early and see major improvements in your mood, and you're obviously gonna be more energetic. Having the 8-9 hours of sleep make me feel super good in school.
Yeah, I should work on that.
Absolutely. And last but not least, I think no FOMO is a great way to really take 2024 by the by the horns, I guess. Because there's so many things, especially when you're younger, more immature, like everyone in high school is, to feel like, oh, I didn't go to this party, I didn't get the best prom dress, I didn't do any of these things, or maybe I wasn't invited to this one hangout or something like that. And it's so difficult to be happy when you feel like you're always missing out. So I think this is just a reminder, dance, get out of your zone a little bit and just do all the different things that make you uncomfortable, because those things are going to be what is best for you. With that, we'll be right back on the Great 108.
I'm always thinking about 107.9 FM, WWPH, Princeton Junction.
Alright, and we are back on the Great 108. Usually on Tuesdays, we do Tuesday's history lesson, and although we did not have class yesterday, it was approved for me to still do a little bit of a history talk, and I wanted to talk about Little Rock 9. For those of you who don't know, Little Rock 9 is basically what happened after the Brown versus Board ruling in the 1950s. This was specifically in 1954, and it took place, the first step towards integrating American schools, and this was in Little Rock, Arkansas. And I thought that we should just talk about what this was, because A, a lot of classes are talking about this if you're taking AS2 this year. And B, this was one of the first steps to the civil rights movement, and we had Martin Luther King Day just Monday, so I thought it was important that we maybe talk a little bit about how the civil rights movement came to be.
Exactly. So starting off, so in 1957, the Little Rock Nine, this was a group of 9 black students. They attempted to join Little Rock Central High School, but they were met with a dangerous riot. And this riot was made up of many racist residents of the town who opposed the integration of the high school because at the time, white and black education was separated. And so the National Guard was sent down to help and lined up all around the school to prevent rioters from using force against the students. But, however, even with the National Guard outside, with each student having an officer walk with them from class to class, they still face bullying, harassment, and threats from other students.
The great thing, though, is that same year, in 1958, on May 27th, Ernest Green, who was the oldest student of that group, became the first black student to graduate from Central High School, which was the first integrated high school in America at that time. Mm-hmm. So it was a pretty amazing accomplishment and a big step towards being, what we need to be as a country.
Exactly. And so the next year, Arkansas's governor at the time, Governor Orville Faubus, shut down all of Little Rock schools so as to not permit the desegregation of schools, which was a setback that didn't allow the other students to graduate from Central High. But the schools were actually reopened in 1960, and the fight for integration of schools and equal rights as a whole continued. And so against the violent protesters, the racist governor, and everyone else who opposed them, these students never backed down, and they just proved to be a really important piece of the start of the civil rights movement.
Yeah, so just, we just wanted to talk about this because it's a great reminder of all the amazing stories and amazing people who helped to advocate for equal rights. And I think sometimes these different stories get forgotten and don't get the, the emphasis.
The emphasis, yeah, and the highlight, yep.
So with that, we'll be right back on the Great 108.
Are you having a hard time finding a radio station to love? Stop wasting your time and come listen to The Great 108. It's packed with tons of hyper music to cure your love sickness. Weather reports and different topics will be there for you when others are not. Just come and feel the love at 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Alright, and we are back on the Great 108, and today we're going to go with Tuesdays Untangle, which was originally what we were going to do yesterday. Let's think, maybe Wednesdays Wind Down, because it is last period, so I think that actually works perfectly. So today we're going to talk about a poem from Eliana Kim, who was a poet I found on a different poetry website. Honestly, it stood out to me because a lot of my friends call me by the nickname Yana, it's spelled the same way, so I thought that, it's a sign, we got to use this one. She began writing in October 2020, and this is her second poem posted on Hello Poetry, which is the site I found it from. And, I feel like January often, even though it can feel like very calm after the holidays, for me, recently it has been one of the most stressful times of the year. I know. It's just lots of different things going on. Mm-hmm, that's true. Practicing for parallel parking because in less than a week, I should hopefully have my license.
Good luck.
But yeah, so a lot of different things going on. So I just wanted to have this quick poem called Busy by Eliana Kim. My heart beats fast. There's another email blast. Did not even break my fast until this will last. I want to sleep so badly, but even in my dreams, it's a deadline I see. Until then, I'm going to be busy as a bee.
Yeah, this explains my entire school year, basically.
I know. I thought, especially the breakfast part, was very, very much relatable. I had pancakes today, though, because of the delayed opening, so
I did not have breakfast today. I had coffee and had, some hash browns.
I had coffee today from Dunkin', and I thought
Same.
of you. And I was like, aww. I know, I went to Dunkin'
That's
for
so sweet of you.
And I was like, oh, Dila.
I know. Honestly, every time I see coffee, alright, yeah, I've got something to tell you guys after this break. But we'll be right back on the Great 108.
Let's head to the mystery machine. We've got a mystery. Like Scoob, turn on the radio. Like Velma, why don't you pick a station?
Shags, I would, but I can't find my glasses.
Pick a station that's not like any other.
I have one, and it's totally a high road too. I just can't seem to remember the name.
Come on, Scoob. How could you forget the grooviest station? Turn to 107.9 FM.
Good thinking, Shaggy. The best station is 107.9 FM, WWPH, Princeton Junction.
I really thought we had school today, but I got in and there was no one here. Even the roof is gone. Here, let me call my friend. Hello? Hey, did you know that we didn't have school today?
Yeah, didn't you check Twitter?
What?
You can now go online to www.twitter.com and subscribe to @WWP_notices to get all the latest emergency notifications, including weather notices and school closings.
Wow, I didn't know that. Guess I better hurry home before the storm gets bad.
This has been a public service announcement from 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
You know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby. No, not really. You're listening to 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction. Enjoy your time listening.
WWPH. Your community, your world, your radio station. 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction. The Flash.
Good afternoon, this is Lucas and Danielle with the 107.9 FM Roundup Flash for Wednesday, January 17th, 2024. Police are looking for a man involved in a Newark shooting. Last week, 2 teenagers were shot and injured after a fight between a boy and 2 men holding firearms.
A wartime nation will have trouble recovering from recent losses. Ukrainian Air Force said that a Russian Space Force's A-50 Berev airborne early warning and control aircraft was shot down yesterday over the Azov Sea. They have not confirmed what weapon system was used, but it is possible that the PAC-2 Patriot battery destroyed the aircraft.
India's cricket team captain holds a new record in the T20 series. Rohit Sharma hit a record century beating Afghanistan after 2 super overs.
A famous artist will release a new album after a lengthy break. Artist Ariana Grande announced on Wednesday her new album will be released March 8th of this year.
Local famous artist Kevin Chapman will have book signings at Barnes & Noble this Saturday, January 20th at 2 p.m.
Spring sports registrations are open for students at West Windsor Plainsboro High School South. The forms will close on February 26th, and all physicals must be dated on or after March 11, 2023.
For your traffic today, there is construction on US 206 in Lawrence Township. Right shoulder closed intermittently until 3 p.m. Northeast Corridor is on alert. Rail service into and out of Penn Station, New York is operating on or close to schedule with residual delays to trains already en route following earlier Amtrak ice patrol in the Hudson River tunnels.
It's mostly sunny with snow on the ground in Princeton Junction at 23 degrees. We'll be seeing lower temperatures in the week in the low 20s and 30s with a chance of 1 to 3 inches of snow on Friday. This has been Danielle and Lucas with your 107.9 FM Roundup Flash for Wednesday, January 17, 2024.
Duck season! Rabbit fever! Duck season! Rabbit fever!
Whoa, guys. It doesn't matter what season it is. You can listen on 107.9 FM any time of the year. Just turn that dial all the way up to hear great music, interesting talks, and amazing local news coverage. It's the home of the Pirate and the Night. 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
As a parent, you can't help but look at your child and wonder what your future holds. You may dream about the possibility of your son or daughter becoming a professional athlete or a renowned heart surgeon. But while you're dreaming about this, consider the odds that your child will be diagnosed with autism are 1 in 1 10. Knowing the signs of autism and getting an early diagnosis could make a world of difference to you and your child. To learn about science, visit autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by the Autism Speaks and the AD Council.
You also need 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Alright, and we are back on the Great 108, and today I am introducing a new game for our game break. This is one that I always associate with Kaylee. It is Word Association Duels is what I'm going to call it for our Lights On show. So basically, we will have 2 pairs. It will be Ishika and Dila and Danielle and Lucas, and they will have to say one word as they look at each other, and whoever guesses the same word first will win.
Interesting.
So let's
I remember
start
doing this.
with Ishika, the most experienced player of the game, and Dila.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Red.
No, that was not at the same time.
I
Dila,
know.
be for real.
No, I actually thought of red. I
Alright.
genuinely did.
We're gonna try that again.
Okay.
At the same time, 3, 2, 1.
Coffee.
Taylor Swift.
All right. Think of the word that comes after that. 3, 2, 1.
Lover.
Nope.
I
Okay.
blanked
3,
out.
2, 1.
Matcha.
Okay,
3,
you know what?
2, 1.
Coffee. Oh.
Okay.
3.
Okay,
All right. We're going to take a pause.
we're gonna breathe in. And we're gonna
3,
breathe out.
2, 1.
107.9.
All right.
Oh my God.
You guys are immediately disqualified. Let's see how you guys do.
Thank you.
You've got to speak into the mic. 3, 2, 1.
Great.
What?
I feel like this was planned. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, they definitely planned this.
Do we have to say another word?
No, I'm just surprised.
All right. Well, we'll take the win. I don't know what exactly happened there, but that was
You guys
definitely an
definitely
interesting
planned it.
game. I think we will get a
Well, how are we
better.
supposed to play?
I'll explain it in the next show. We'll be right back on the Divine 107.9.
107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
And we are back on the Divine 107.9. Today we are going to be here with the In the News Talks. First up, as promised in the beginning of our show, we're going to talk about the fixing of Martin Luther King's house. So, over 30 students from Cooper Medical School of Rowan University and Rutgers Camden locations came to Camden and fixed the former home of Dr. Martin Luther King, where he lived when he went to seminary school in Pennsylvania. It is located at 753 Walnut Street in Camden, and many people argue he lived there for 2 years when he was a student at Crozer Theological Seminary. It was declared a historic site a while ago, back in 2015, but it is preserved, and now people are beginning to work on it only on Monday. For a long time, there was talk about this house, but eventually in March it was damaged by a fire and the roof caved in, so there's a lot to do. But they will be able to do it with the soon-to-be sign they have in front of it and the $99,789 they have as a grant from the New Jersey Historic Trust that they are starting to use right as they got started. Recently, they were only cleaning up trash and doing very preliminary sort of things to start the renovation, but there will be a complete renovation that they're hoping to turn around and make it a really big deal, as it is one of New Jersey's historic sites. And with so much ahead of them, they have big plans, and I thought it was just very important to talk about Camden's role and also, of course, Martin Luther King, since we just celebrated all the work that he did for the civil rights movement this Monday.
Definitely, it's so good to see all the communities come together and do the renovation of this. But to another story, in October of last year, the Princeton Academy of Sacred Heart announced they're closing soon due to financial problems. But of recently, they have announced that they will be able to stay open. The boys, the all-boys school for grades kindergarten through 8th grade is located in Princeton, and it is published that they would close at the end of the year, but with the help of donations from the community, they were able to stay open. The school will continue to offer many opportunities, and they will be cutting back on some extras because of the money they have spent. Originally, the school would have been replaced by an older all-boys school with locations in England, but due to the support, they have been able to hold the current title, and the school will be hosting an open house on January 21st and January 26th for students and family looking to apply. And the school is 50 acres and prides themselves to having a unique, tailored education for boys.
Yeah, so hopefully we get to see some more movement in the school and actually keep the really successful school alive. And looking at our last news for today, so the Greek government plans to legalize same-sex marriage and continues to be supported by most parties. So last Thursday, the leader of Syriza, the Greek government's left-wing opposition, Stefanos Kasselakis, agreed for his party to back up this decision, and so this makes it nearly impossible for the law to not go into place because of how many people there are now in support. And so the New Democracy Party has 158 lawmakers, and Syriza has 38 lawmakers, which is enough even if the dozen or so people of the New Democracy who objected the law voted against it. But unfortunately, this law does not allow Greek citizens to have children through surrogate mothers. However, Kasselakis hopes for the change to occur on that issue as well. The controversy of same-sex couples raising children is objected by many Greek people, and the church is often used as a way of provided evidence for their thoughts. And so there are 4 small left-wing parties that have not announced their opinion on the proposal yet. However, 3 small right-wing parties strongly oppose it. And so there will most likely be enough people in favor for the law to pass unless a major change occurs. And so more details will be released in the upcoming days, but it will take several weeks before the parliament actually decides on what will happen with this law and how it's going to continue.
Absolutely. There's so much going on around the world and definitely a lot in politics in the U.S. So keep tuning in if you want more news on 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Open your heart to your high school DJs only on 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Alright, and we are back on the Divine 107.9 to say our goodbyes today. It has been lights on. I think we've had a lot of great different, ideas and different talks that we've gotten to do today, even with the short period. But it's been lights on with Eliana,
Dila,
and Ishika.
Thank you so much for listening on 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction. Bye.